Imagine this. You're working late one Friday night, pouring your heart into a project that's going to make your company millions. Your boss storms in, screams at you for something that's not even your fault, and fires you on the spot. You pack your things in tears, thinking your career is over. But what if, years later, you come back not as an employee, but as the new owner of the entire building, where it all happened, and on your first day, you walk into her office and say the words she's been dreading. You're fired. Today, I'm going to tell you the incredible true story-inspired tale of Sarah, a woman who was humiliated, thrown out like trash by her ruthless boss, only to return with the ultimate corporate revenge. This isn't just payback. This is poetic justice on a level most of us only dream about. If you've ever been wronged at work, treated unfairly, or watched someone climb by, stepping on others, this story will hit you right in the chest. Stick with me till the end, because the twist that leads to her buying the building, it's absolutely insane. Let's dive in. Our story starts about 15 years ago in a bustling city, in a gleaming corporate tower owned by one of the wealthiest families in the region. The building was home to dozens of companies, but the crown jewel was Kensington Enterprises, a high-end marketing firm run by Victoria Kensington herself. Victoria wasn't just the CEO. Her family actually owned the entire building. She lived in the penthouse suite on the top floor, drove a Rolls-Royce to work, and treated the office like her personal kingdom. Employees whispered that she saw people as disposable, especially the ones who dared to show passion or talent that might outshine her. Enter Sarah Miller. Sarah was 28, fresh ambition burning in her eyes. She had graduated top of her class, worked 2 internships, unpaid just to get experience, and landed her dream job as a junior creative director at Kensington Enterprises. She believed in the work. She stayed late, came in early, pitched ideas that clients loved. Everyone in the office liked Sarah. She was kind, collaborative, and honestly, brilliant. Within 2 years, she was leading major campaigns. Clients specifically asked for her. Whispers started. Sarah's the future of this company. But Victoria? She didn't see potential. She saw a threat. It all came to a head during the biggest pitch of the year. A multi-million-dollar contract with a global luxury brand. Sarah had worked on this for months, nights, weekends. She even turned down a family vacation to perfect it. The presentation was flawless. The client was blown away. They shook Sarah's hand and said, "This is exactly what we've been looking for." Victoria smiled in the meeting, but the moment the clients left, her mask dropped. That evening, Sarah was called into Victoria's corner office overlooking the city skyline. "Sarah," Victoria said coldly, "we're letting you go." Sarah was stunned. "What?" The client loved the pitch. Victoria leaned back, smirking. "Exactly. They loved it too much. They kept saying your name, not mine. This is my company, Sarah. My name goes on the wins." Sarah begged. She explained how much she needed the job. She was supporting her sick mother, paying off student loans, everything. But Victoria didn't care. "Security will escort you out. Don't make a scene." As Sarah packed her desk in tears, coworkers watched in silence, too scared to speak up. One slipped her a note. "She's done this before. I'm sorry." Sarah left that building broken. No severance, no reference, just humiliation. For months, she struggled. Job applications rejected because Victoria badmouthed her in industry circles. She took temp jobs, moved back home with her mom, and hit rock bottom. But something shifted inside Sarah that night. She was fired. She promised herself one day, I'll make her feel what this feels like. Shift tone to inspirational, building excitement. Sarah didn't give up. She took the pain and turned it into fuel. She started freelancing from her bedroom. Small gigs at first, but her talent was undeniable. Clients from her old job secretly reached out, saying they missed working with her. Within a year, she launched her own tiny agency, Miller Creative. No investors, no fancy office. Just her, a laptop, and pure determination. She worked 18-hour days, learned digital marketing inside out, SEO, social media ads, everything new that Victoria's old school firm ignored. Her first big break, that same luxury brand that loved her pitch years ago. They found her online and hired her directly. Word spread. Year after year, Miller Creative grew. Sarah hired the people Victoria had also wronged, the quiet ones, with real talent. She built a culture of respect, creativity, and fairness, the opposite of what she'd experienced. By year 8, her agency was rivaling Kensington Enterprises. Clients were leaving Victoria for Sarah. Revenue skyrocketed. Sarah started investing wisely. Real estate, stocks, side businesses. She paid off her mom's medical bills, bought a house, and quietly built wealth. But she never forgot the building. Never forgot walking out in tears. Then, the opportunity came. The real estate market crashed temporarily. Victoria's family had overextended bad investments. Family drama, mounting debts. The iconic tower they owned, the one with Kensington Enterprises on the 20th floor, went up for private sale. Sarah heard about it through industry contacts. She didn't hesitate, using every connection, every favor. Every dollar she'd saved and invested. She put together a consortium of silent investors who trusted her vision, and she bought it. The entire building. Victoria had no idea who the buyer was at first. It was through shell companies. She thought some faceless corporation had snapped it up cheap, move-in day. Sarah walked into the grand lobby she'd once been escorted out of. This time, she had the master keys. She took the elevator to the 20th floor. The receptionist looked up and recognized her immediately. Sarah, is that you? Word spread like wildfire. Employees gathered in hallways, whispering. Sarah walked straight to Victoria's office. Victoria was on a call, barking orders as usual. She looked up and froze. Sarah Miller. What are you doing here? Security. Sarah smiled calmly. No need. I own the building now. Victoria. Every floor. Including this one. Victoria laughed nervously. That's impossible. My family sold it. To me, quietly, desperately. Sarah placed the deed on the desk. Your lease is up for renewal next month, and I've decided not to renew it for Kensington Enterprises. Victoria went pale. You can't do this. I can. And I am. But Sarah wasn't cruel like Victoria had been. She looked Victoria in the eyes and said, I learned everything about running a business from watching you. What to do and what not to do. You taught me that people are disposable. Today, I'm choosing not to be like you. She offered Victoria's employees jobs at Miller Creative. Better pay. Better culture. Most accepted immediately. Victoria. She had to downsize, move to a tiny office across town. Her reputation crumbled as the story spread in industry circles. Sarah renamed the building Miller Tower. Her agency took the top floors, the penthouse. She turned it into a creative space for young designers starting out with mentorship programs. And that's the story of Sarah, a woman who took the worst moment of her life and built an empire from the ashes. It's a reminder, never underestimate someone you've wronged. Karma doesn't always need help, but sometimes, when you work hard and stay focused, you get to be the one delivering it. What do you think? Was Sarah's revenge too much, or perfectly justified? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. If this story fired you up, made you emotional, or reminded you why we should treat people right, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Share this video with someone who's been through workplace hell. And most importantly, subscribe and turn on notifications. Because I've got way more revenge stories, comeback tales, and real-life dramas coming every week. Thank you for spending this hour with me. See you in the next one.